Dear students, in the microorganism part 1 video we discussed about all the microorganisms. In the part 2 video we discussed about the usefulness of the microorganism, the beneficial aspects of the microorganism. So in the microorganism part 3, in this video we are going to discuss about the harmfulness of microorganism. Among the microorganisms, some of the microorganisms are beneficial to us, but few microorganisms are harmful to the plants and animals and humans. So they will cause the diseases. So they are called as the pathogens. So these pathogens are enter into our body through the cuts, wherever we have any opening in our skin, the cuts or wounds. So through the skin wounding, and the mouth or nose, it will cause us diseases. So viruses causing many viral diseases, the bacteria will cause us the bacterial diseases, then fungi will cause us the fungal diseases. So all the type of microorganisms, they will act as pathogens. The viruses causing the flu, they are spreading through the air. So when the patient is sneezing, the droplets containing the viruses, it will spread through the air and gets entered into the another person when he breathes. So this is called as a transmittable disease. So like our coronavirus, corona is a virus. So coronavirus affected person's body, they will emit during the sneezing or coughing. The coronavirus particles, they are entering into the air. When the other person, when they are breathing, it will be entered. So some of the diseases caused by the microorganisms in plants and animals and humans are discussed in this video. So in your textbook, they gave 2 diseases that is caused by the microorganism in plants. So the plant disease, citrus canker. Citrus canker disease is caused by the microorganism bacteria Xanthomonas axonophodes. So it will be transferring through the air or water. The symptoms like lessons on the leaves, stems and fruits. Lessons means it's like the region is suffered. It may be like a wound. So it may be present in the lessons will present in the leaves, stem and fruit. The prevention measure on treatment is we can apply the bactericide. It contains the copper based bactericide. So the bactericide will kill the causative microorganism. Then the plant will be prevented. So this is citrus canker. The another one disease is potato blade disease. It is caused by the microorganism fungi, Phytophthora infestans. So it is transmitted through the air. The symptoms is brown colored lessons on the surface of tubers. So the potato blade disease will be present in only the tubers, that is our potatoes. What is the part we are eating. The tubers contains the brown colored lessons. So it will be prevented and treated by the fungicide. That is a chemical, it will kill the fungi, the pathogenic fungi. So these are the diseases caused by the microorganism in plants. So this is the picture of the disease in plants, citrus canker. So the citrus canker disease mostly occurs in the citrus fruits like lemon, orange, like citrus fruit. So the fruit, they have the lessons on the fruit itself, the outer surface of the fruit. The second picture is potato blade disease in potatoes. The potato tuber contains the brown color lessons because of the pathogenic fungi. So this is the disease caused by the microorganism in some plants. Next we are going to see the disease caused by microorganism animals. The first animal disease is anthrax. So this anthrax can be affect to any type of animals, especially cattle. So all the cow, buffaloes, including humans also will be affected by anthrax. The causative microorganism is bacteria Bacillus anthracis. That is a rod-shaped bacteria. So that Bacillus. The mode of transmission is through the contaminated soil and food. Contaminated means it contains the infectious agent. The soil or food, it contains this infectious pathogen, means it will be transferring to the normal person. The symptoms, it is a difficulty in breathing. They can't breathe. So they can't exchange of gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide. Then unconsciousness as well as the loss of appetite. They never get the feeling to eat the food. The preventive measure is anthrax vaccine. So the person or animal, if you are giving the anthrax vaccine means, so this anthrax vaccine will elicit our immune response. Our immune system will produce the antibody against this particular microorganism. So the particular person or animal, they will get the resistant against this anthrax disease. The next disease is foot and mouth disease. It is caused by the aphthovirus, the virus aphthovirus. The mode of transmission through the air or animal vectors. So any animal, it will carrying as a carrying agent. It will carry this pathogenic virus to one animal to another animal. The symptoms is they have a fever. The animal is affected by fever. Blisters in the mouth. So this disease is foot and mouth disease. So the foot as well as the mouth, they have a wound, ulcers, severe ulceration, weight loss. Then they decrease the milk production. The animal, they can't produce the milk. It will be controlled by the vaccine, FMD vaccine, that is foot and mouth disease vaccine. So these are the two important disease caused by microorganism in animals. Next, we are going to discuss the disease caused by microorganism in human beings. At first, disease is tuberculosis. It is caused by the bacterium Mycobacterium tuberculosis. The mode of transmission through the air and sputum. Sputum means that is saliva excreted by the infected person. It is no saliva means it will be secreted from the mouth itself. The salivary gland is located in the mouth. But sputum means it is coming from the lungs. So the tissues will be affected because of this bacteria. The tissue particles, everything is coming from the lungs, then bronchioles, that is contains the sputum. The Mycobacterium tuberculosis is present in the sputum and through the air also it will be transmitted. The symptoms, persistent cough, continuous cough. It contains during the time of coughing, the blood and mucus will be releasing, loss of weight and breathlessness, difficulty in breathing. So this is the symptoms of tuberculosis. The preventive measure is BCG vaccine. BCG vaccine, it will be given to the newborn child. The next human disease is cholera. Cholera is caused by the Vibrio cholerae, the bacteria. The mode of transmission is through by means of flies, contaminated food and water. That means the infectious agent present in the food and water. So without a proper processing, food and water if you are take means it will be transmitted. The symptoms is watery diarrhea, vomiting and rapid dehydration. Dehydration in the sense the body losing all the water content. Preventive measure means anti-cholera vaccine is available and we should maintain the personal hygienic. So properly we have to heat the water, hot water, and proper processing, properly cooked food we have to take. So these are the preventive measures to control the cholera. The next disease is common cold. Common cold is caused by various type of microorganisms, especially the virus, influenza virus. It will be transmitted through air. The symptoms are running nose and sneezing. We have, what is the preventive measure in the sense? We have to isolate the patient. Then only it will be, the mode of transmission will be prevented. The next disease is rabies. Rabies is caused by the microorganism virus Rhabdoviridae. It is transmitted through the animal bite. The symptoms are fever, hallucination. Hallucination means your perception of having seen, heard, touched, taste or smelled something that was not actually there. That is மாயை. ஸோ இல்லாத ஒரு விஷயத்தை பார்க்குவாங்க, சவுண்ட் கேட்பாங்க, ஸ்மெல் பண்ணுவாங்க, டேஸ்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க, பட் இட் இஸ் நாட் ஒரிஜினலி ப்ரெசன்ட். தட் இஸ் கால்ட் ஹாலுசினேஷன். Paralysis means the complete or partial loss of muscle function. So muscles எல்லாம் function ஆகாமல் போகிறது. It may be one side or it may be full complete or partial. It is called as தமிழின் முடக்கம். So the inability to swallow, முழுங்க முடியாது. So these are the symptoms. It will be prevented by anti-rabies vaccine. The next disease is amoebic dysentery. It is caused by the microorganism protozoan Entamoeba histolytica. It is transmitted through the food and water and as well as flies. The contaminated food and water contains this protozoan. The symptoms are severe diarrhea. That is blood in stool. Stool means the motion. So it contains the blood as well as the tissue, dead tissue. Everything will be present in the stool. it will be prevented by means of the proper sanitation to be followed by, and as well as antibiotic we can give for the treatment. The next disease is malaria. Malaria is caused by the microorganism Protozoa plasmodium. It is transmitted through the female Anopheles mosquito. The symptoms are nausea. Nausea in the sense the feeling of vomiting. Then vomit, high fever. So these are the symptoms. It will be prevented by using the anti-malarial drugs quinine and chloroquine to be taken as a treatment. The usage of mosquito repellent as well as mosquito net to prevent from the vector. Female Anopheles mosquito will be transmitted this plasmodium. So using mosquito repellents and mosquito nets, making that the mode of transmission, that is vector female Anopheles mosquito will controlled means the malaria also will control. So these are the human diseases caused by the microorganisms. Next we are going to see the relationship between the man and microorganisms, the balances, imbalances and uses. The thousands of bacteria, fungi and other microorganisms that are living in our gut, inside our stomach, the intestine, we have the thousands of microorganisms which is essential for our good health. So the breakdown of the toxic materials, manufacturing of the some vitamins, essential acid preparations, then the pathogenic microorganisms invaders will be prevented, barrier against these pathogens. So gut microbes, the bacteria in the human gut, so it is important for that our normal good health. So the microorganism, especially the bacteria which is present inside our body, is responsible for absorbing all the nutrients and to be making our body to function as the highest level. So this is the important relationship between the man and microorganism. So children, in this video we discussed about the harmful microorganism as well as the relationship between the man and microorganism. Thank you.